Oh, we are back. We are back, we are back, we are back. We are live and ready for chaos. Hello, travelers of the internet, and welcome back to Guardian Studios. Or if you are new to the channel, hey there and welcome to you. My name is JGuardo1, and I am your host, your guide, and your humble bard into the world's virtual. And I am very pleased to be able to welcome you all back to the channel, or, in the case of the newcomers, welcome you fresh to the Guardian Studios experience. We are back in the world of Crumbach, my friends, where we have so much work to do, as you may very well expect by now, and so little time to get some stuff done. So let's go ahead and try to get some stuff done. First off, let me grab this chest. I'm actually going to place a few chests in here in preparation for what is to come. Hey, Zario! Good to see you, my friend. Glad you can make it to the stream, dude. How you doing? Doing alright? I hope so. Hey, I hope you're doing really good, my dude. And I hope the same for everybody else watching. Whether you are watching live or watching after the fact, I hope you enjoy the session. But hey, if you guys do enjoy the content, make sure to let me know. Likes, comments, subscribing. It all tells a story. The story of if you enjoy the channel. Alright? So don't forget it. Do not forget to do that stuff. Eventually I may pull these chests forward and put a stack of extra chests on top of them. My hope is that we will be able to make this space suitable both for enchanting and for storing items that we bring up from the mine. Yes, indeed, Zario. Yes, indeed. And, in fact, I'm going to have to level with you. I'm going to be starting over tonight, because my plan is to do a Twitch stream right after this stream. Yeah, I want to jump from one stream into another. Hello, Davian! Fellow traveler! Welcome, welcome, welcome! I like that you say it that way. I really do. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. Always glad to see travelers return to the channel. So, yeah, I will be restarting the world of Gardalis on the Twitch channel right after this session is done. And you guys are invited to come hang out and either watch, or if you subscribe to the Twitch channel, join in. Oh no, I'm still gonna do this world. No, I'm gonna have a separate world on YouTube and Twitch. YouTube and Twitch get two separate worlds. This world is specifically for me to play solo, but the one on Twitch, that is for me to share with Twitch channel subscribers. So that one is going to have multiplayer enabled, and anybody who subscribes to the Twitch channel will be able to request access. They'll be able to request an invitation to the world during the active session. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Davian. I am glad to hear that. That's right, the wood storage is down here, isn't it? Yes, it is. It is this chest. And this chest. I'm gonna put those away, grab some jungle wood, because I'm gonna use jungle planks on the inside of the mining tree. This session, what we're gonna be doing is delving down. We are going to finally dig down beneath the mining tree on the two sides where I'm going to have the water elevator and the water chute. Basically, on this side, we're going to have a magma block at the bottom to pull us downward between layers. And over here, we're going to have soul sand eventually to bring us up. At least that's the current plan. What I might end up doing, I may actually end up changing that plan around and make it so that what we have is a central column that brings me up under the enchanting table, so that we have a rapid escape route from the mines, as well as a series of water elevators to bring us up between layers. Done the treasure bastion 3 times now and I have not died, so therefore I will say this. Well, that depends on your fortune. And depends on if you know what to expect. Me, I didn't know what to expect at a treasure bastion the last time I went to one in a world, and I got obliterated. I got obliterated by some stinking pain in the neck, oh, what are they called? Magma cubes. I had a bunch of magma cubes decide to totally overwhelm me when I had to deal with a treasure bastion. It was not fun dealing with those things. They're vicious, and they are numerous. Yes, I hear you over there, little kitten. Meow. I guess it's not really so small. It's not really so little. Yeah, treasure bastions are satisfying to loot if you can manage it, but they are scary. Especially considering there's lava at the bottom. I lost my stuff several times dealing with the treasure bastion. Alright, I want to get a quick glance around. Okay, we got a couple of zombies around. That's not ideal. Hey, there's a wandering trader just meandering around. Going to the top and then pot shut the piglins. Bridge down from the bottom. Bridge down to the bottom. That makes sense. That's a solid strategy. Yeah, fully enchanted bow helps a lot with the nether in general. Top floor doesn't have any brutes? Well, that's news to me. But, cool to know. Thanks for the info. Thank you for the info, my friend. Alright, so what I want to do is we're going to go down here. We're going to retrieve the water. So our nice little water cushion down here is going to disappear. But when we're done making this bit, we are not going to need it anymore. So... put a couple torches here just to keep this space lit up while we're working. And we're going to pillar up. Nice. That was smooth. Going up. Yeah, I actually didn't expect to land that MLG at all. But I'm glad that I did. That was satisfying. Okay, I'm gonna break these two. Now, see, I want it to kind of still feel like the inside of the tree is solid to a degree. At the very least, not totally broken out, if you will. Oh my goodness. Second MLG. Oh yeah! Yeah, I heard about that. I'm looking forward to seeing them have that. That's cool. It's cool to know that that version of the game is getting it. Okay, that time I didn't even try to clutch. I don't know why. I just dropped. That was kind of dumb of me. Whoo! Got a little bold there. I need to not do that. I need to not be so bold. I could have died there. Ha! Funny, Zario. Funny. Yeah, I don't do that stuff. Yeah, hey, on the gaming side of... on the gaming scene, let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about that Nintendo Direct that happened today. I didn't see all of it myself, but I have seen a couple of the highlights since it aired, and oh my gosh, the things they announced. So many ports for Switch 2 happening. The Xenoblade trilogy, for one thing. Funny, Zario. No, this is not pre-recorded. This is live. Or at least, when it first goes up, it's live. Only in Minecraft Switch 1 of originals came out. Yeah. I actually didn't know that. I haven't actually run Minecraft on the Switch in ages. So I actually did not know that Vibrant Visuals wasn't on there. It's not? Really? Oh, man. Oh, yes. That's the big one. Let's talk about some of the announcements that have been made lately. In general. We'll include the Nintendo Direct as a prominent player in this discussion. With such things as the Ocarina of Time remake. If you haven't seen the trailer about it, go look. It is amazing. The graphic quality of it is awesome, and if the game itself even remotely comes close to matching, then we are eaten like kings on the Zelda scene. Yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. The Ocarina of Time remake trailer looked absolutely fantastic. And if the actual game compares, then, my gosh, it is going to look incredible. It is going to be... Hyrule is going to look beautiful with that kind of graphic quality. I guess I can put that away, I only need the stack. Other announcements that were made. A new Xenoblade Chronicles game, Xenoblade Genesis, is being made. Curious about that. I've played the first Xenoblade Chronicles. I have the definitive edition, hope to play it at some point. I'm not sure, Zerio. I think one time I got really fortunate and had several dozen concurrent viewers. But that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. I'm hoping we can get to the point of having that many viewers again someday. Because that was back before I had the, pretty sure that was back before I had 1,000 subscribers. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles. Kind of interested to see what the deal is with that. Happy to see that they've decided to do Switch 2 Definitive Edition stuff for that. Kingdom Hearts 1 through 3 collection is getting released. And this time it's not a cloud-hosted means of playing the games like Switch had been dealing with for however long that had been available. No. This time it is going to be legitimate version of the game with a physical release. It is getting a physical release. That in and of itself is big. Now, I imagine it's going to have a massive file size, but when it does release onto the Switch 2, I'm going to be very interested to see how good it looks. There were other bits being announced. Trying to remember, what were the other things that I've heard about since it went up? I'm not sure. But in other gaming news, and this is actually really cool, there is one game that has been announced recently that has me over the moon excited. Spyro, A Realm Beyond. For anybody who doesn't know the character of Spyro for whatever reason at this point, purple dragon, golden horns, sassy little self, and adventures that are timeless. To the point that when it was announced the Reignited trilogy was happening, there were people going crazy happy all over the internet. I'll be honest, I was almost one of those people. And when I finally got to see and play the game, I was one of those people. Spyro was a childhood favorite of mine growing up. It is one of the best games that was ever done on the PlayStation. It was originally a PlayStation series. The first few games were done on PlayStation, and then gradually the series expanded to other devices over the next couple games. But Spyro has had a hard run in the gaming side of things, because the first 3 games, absolute banging, absolute bangers, hot as dragon fire. Let me just say that, because they were quality, they were fun. Spyro was engaging as a character. Everything about Spyro in the first few games was great. Spyro 1, 2, and 3. Spyro the Dragon, Spyro Ripto's Rage, and Spyro Year of the Dragon. All 3 fantastic games on the PlayStation. I've played through them myself on their original releases. They are fun as all get out. Gets a little challenging here and there, but what game doesn't? Especially the good games. The good games generally get a little challenging here and there. But then, while it had some great titles on Game Boy Advance, you had Spyro, Season of Ice, and Spyro, Season of Flame, Spyro, Attack of the Rhinox, all good games on the Game Boy Advance. There came a game that pushed Spyro downhill, and it pushed him hard. Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. Up until that one, Spyro's games had been quality. But Spyro Enter the Dragonfly released with a lot of bugs. A lot of bugs, glitches, things that brought the quality down. The design quality suffered as a result, and it tanked by comparison to the original trilogy. After the flaws and stumbling of Enter the Dragonfly, players became skeptical that Spyro was still any good. People were wary of Spyro after that. Not because Spyro as a character or anything was off, but because Enter the Dragonfly left a bad taste in players' mouths. And so, when the next game was made, which took a new direction, Spyro, A Hero's Tale, amazing game, I've played it, love it. It took Spyro in a slightly different direction, bringing back a lot of favorite characters, and it should have done well for what it was. Like I said, I've played it, it's good. Very good. But the problem was Enter the Dragonfly left a bad taste in players' mouths, like I said. To the point that when A Hero's Tale was released, though it had good trailers, the gameplay was good, players were wary of Spyro. They weren't sure if the quality could match the originals. And Spyro A Hero's Tale didn't sell well. It was a great game, but it didn't sell very well by comparison to the originals. So, for a little while, things went quiet on the Spyro front. They tried to do a DS game sequel to the Hero's Tale game. I've played that one. It's very different. Not a great Spyro game, but a decent one for the change that they were doing. But after that, Spyro as a game series kind of went on a hiatus. And you didn't hear anything about it for a long time. And in fact, I didn't hear anything about the games that came out next. Until I eventually stumbled upon the next game. Kind of a mix of both, Zario. When I need to expand my storage, if I can fit my storage in the places I already have it, I will expand the capacity of those areas. And once my base can't handle it all, I'll find a spot where I can build a new storage space and specify certain things going into certain places. Or else I'll just make an automatic sorting system. Once we get access to the Nether, I'll find a spot, build something big, and use it as a mass storage silo with item filtering. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, after A Hero's Tale kind of didn't do as well as it was hoped for, and the DS game that followed it up didn't do great, you didn't hear anything about Spyro for a while. And then they tried to remake him. They did a new game series of Spyro in a new direction. Yeah, I hear you, Davian. I hear you. Yep, that is what I do. That is what I do, Zario. I take my time and enjoy the game. The new series that they did for Spyro after A Hero's Tale, I don't want to say flopped. More like squeaked where the dragon used to roar, so to speak. Or meowed where it used to roar or something. Come up with your own way to interpret that. After that happened, Spyro took on a new style through a series called The Legend of Spyro, which actually brought in a couple really cool voice actors for Spyro and other characters involved. For anybody who's ever seen or heard of the Lord of the Rings series, you'll know the name Elijah Wood. The actor who plays Frodo in the original Lord of the Rings movies, and reprised the role for a brief cameo in The Hobbit, the first of the Hobbit trilogy. Elijah Wood actually ended up voicing Spyro in the Legend of Spyro series. And, again, it took a whole new approach to Spyro. Same purple dragon, just a new design, new story. And with an actual continuous story between all the games, that to fully understand it, you had to play each game. Solid stuff. I've actually played all 3 of the Legend of Spyro games. They introduced a new dragon, a bunch of new dragons, really. But they introduced a new dragon that you ended up being able to play as in the 3rd game. And the overarching story of the game, I don't want to give away, because it is... They are a solid trilogy. But it still wasn't the original Spyro. And I think that's why the series wasn't very well recognized. I mean, I had never heard about the first one until I stumbled upon it and was like, oh, this is Spyro. And decided to play it. Most of what I've ever had in my world was before I beat the Ender Dragon. Yep. That's my problem too, Zario. Rushing through the game is not, in my opinion, is not the best way to play. The best way to play is to take your time, enjoy the world, enjoy the projects. If you come to a point where you're not sure what more to do, take a step back and find something more to do. Oh, that sounds cool, Davian. That sounds cool. But after the Legend of Spyro trilogy, Spyro got remade again and became a face character. Design changed, story changed slightly from the Legend of Spyro, and he became a character in the game series Skylanders. Never played the games, but it was one of those games where you had to collect toys in the real world to represent the characters in the game, to be able to gain access to those characters. An interesting concept, to be sure. And the game series went on for quite a while, but honestly, I feel like it was fine on its own. That it would have been fine on its own if they hadn't even bothered utilizing Spyro for it. Not surprised. Skylanders ran solid for several games. I think there's been like 7 games. It's anywhere from 5 to 7, but I could be wrong. But eventually the gimmick of the toy thing has kind of lost its popularity. It has lost its popularity, so Skylanders is not as big of a deal anymore. In fact, I'm pretty sure that it's just completely... they're not doing any more new ones. But it had a good run. I will say I can respect the series as a whole. I never played it, but I give respect to the people that developed it and kept going with it. They clearly did something good because the series kept on going. Until finally it stopped. Maybe the toys, the whole toys to life or whatever thing had finally worn out its appeal. I don't know. But a few years ago, Toys for Bob made, with the aid of some other people, a new game. Not technically a new game, but they remade the original Spyro trilogy. True to the original style and design, just upgraded the graphics from the ground up. They'd already recreated Crash Bandicoot. They then went ahead and did Spyro, the Reignited trilogy. And I can never thank them enough for having done that, because Spyro was a big part of my childhood, and I loved it. And seeing the Reignited trilogy be made, it was like unbelievably... I was unbelievably happy when I found out about it. I have the Reignited trilogy. I have not finished the Reignited trilogy. And I'll go on and tell you why. I'm actually hoping that I can share the experience of playing through the games again as the Reignited trilogy on this channel with you guys. Because it's such a good game. They're such good games. They were such good games in the original releases. And Toys for Bob did so good recreating the original feel that I would love to share the experience with the travelers of Guardian Studios, you guys. So that's the plan that I have to do. Zario, I just read your message about your brother and the Skylanders stuff. That's kind of funny. That is kind of funny. Aren't brothers amazing like that? They can be some of the most frustrating... They can be the most frustrating individuals. And yet, they can be so cool at the same time. It was cool of your brother to do that for you, to help you get the Skylander you wanted. But it's so typical brother behavior to do it in a way that I am sure must have frustrated you. But yeah, I do plan on playing through the Spyro games on the channel, and when this new Spyro, A Realm Beyond, is released, which for anybody who's seen the trailer but hasn't noticed, it's bringing back the same voice actor that did Spyro for the Reignited trilogy. They're bringing him back. I'm pretty sure this is going to be like a sequel to the original trilogy, a proper sequel to Spyro's original adventures. When this new game comes, I plan on playing it on the channel too. Yep. Yep. That is definitely typical brother behavior. That's a brother if ever there was one. They'll stand there, they'll stand with you, but they will annoy you to the end of the earth and back in the process. Give them half a chance. And they will try to make things as painfully tedious and frustrating for you as they can, just because it amuses them. My brother Enya of Enya Soft Gaming, he's the same way. He can be the most frustrating individual in all the world. But I would not depend on anybody else in my family more to have my back in a tense situation, except maybe my parents. Because that dude is like, it's as if his perspective on things is, I could give you grief, but anybody else does, they gonna answer to me. And isn't a brother awesome to be like that? Frustrating, but awesome. Of course, I'll concede not all brothers are created equal in that regard, but generally, I find that most of them are that way. They will be your greatest tormentors, but they will also be ready to be your very best of friends. Because Enya is very much that way. He very much gives that impression of, I will torment you to the end of the earth and back, but anybody else tries to do it, I will make them regret it. That's how he seems to be. That's how he has always seemed to be. He loves to give me grief, but if anybody else tries to, he makes them regret it. Uh-oh. We got gravel in the way. I'll be honest, I really hope that Enya gets a chance to be able to do more streaming stuff, more content creation. There was a little while there where he was doing his channel, Enya Soft Gaming, but he's gotten busy with stuff IRL, you know, the real world. I hope he gets a chance to do content creation again, because I think he was enjoying it when he was doing it. And I firmly believe that you guys would enjoy seeing some of his stuff, too. Hey, no feek! Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you again, my man. How are you doing? You doing alright? I hope you are. I hope you're doing real good. And by the by, I do hope the same for everybody watching, live or otherwise. Hope everybody is having a good day or night. Probably didn't say that yet, but I sincerely hope everybody is doing well tonight. Hello, welcome to the stream. Oh, you guys, you are fun. You guys are fun, you know that? That's not even just an opinion, it's an actual fact. Look it up. Actually, don't waste your time looking it up. Nobody else knows this fact the way I do. But it is a fact written down in my notebooks. The Guardian Studios travelers, the Guardian Studios viewers are all awesome. They're all fun. Alright. When I first started playing Minecraft, I'd have never imagined that this gravel stuff would be so annoying, and yet so easy to remove. I mean, all you gotta do is put a stick under it. You think about it? Oh, hey, iron! More iron! Sweet. Must collect. Any chance at more iron, I take it. Especially now, because we're still in the early game. Iron Farm is not exactly the most feasible plan. Who you asking about that, Zario? You asking me? You asking other viewers? Who you asking? I don't want to answer a question that's not meant for me, you know? Asking me. Let's put it this way. It's warm. It is definitely summer where I am. It is quite warm. So I'm kind of doing a play on a design that I've done before for this this mine and the way to get up and down it. I am gonna make it so that we have water elevators going up and down from each layer, and then this top layer here that we're in is going to house a it's going to be the one that has the water elevator that goes all the way up from here. Running off the Eastern Standard Time Zone, as I do, it is 9:44. So for me, it is 9:44. I run off the Eastern Standard Time Zone. So, it's actually pretty late. I don't often stream this late, but I wanted to stream, and I was like, you know what? The time can take a hike. I am streaming tonight. And lo and behold, here I am. Streaming and having fun, chatting with you guys. Talking about games and memories of enjoying them. Well, whichever one it is. For me, it is 9:46 p.m. Whatever time zone I run off of, that's the time it is in that time zone. Place a crafting table here with a torch. Oh, well, there went that pickaxe. Time to craft another one. That's why I brought a bunch of copper ingots down here with me. Figured I was going to end up burning my way through a few pickaxes trying to dig down here. The first layer of the mine is going to define the pattern for how we shape the rest of it. I like to do these kind of hub zones on each 16th layer. Once I reach the first layer that I make a hub in. Which, generally speaking, Y level 32 is probably the best spot to do the first hub. Because it's not, like, super deep down yet, but you are definitely underground. And it's not Y level 48 where you can hit an aqueduct or not an aqueduct, an aquifer every other tunnel that you try to dig. Gotcha, Zario, gotcha. You're funny, you know that? You're funny. Sweet, I dug it right. I have got a lot of items on me. Some of them will probably end up using to help decorate each hub. But yeah, like I was saying, I like to do hubs every 16 blocks down. I have no idea what that is, Nofeek. Please mind the caps lock. Please elaborate further if you wish, calmly, and without caps lock. Alright, that's the main layer done. Ah, there goes another stinking pickaxe. Darn. Well, good thing I can quickly craft up another. Ba-dum-bum, ba-da-da-dee-da-dum, ba-da-bum, ba-ba-dee-da-dum, ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Breaking down the blocks, breaking down the blocks, mining out the hub of the first layer of our mine, where we're gonna dig up all the good things that we want to mine. Alright, let's see here. I have to put water sources at each corner if I can. So... oh, darn. I messed up. I think I messed up a little bit on my placements. Got it. Figured out. Maybe. I think I do. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I don't, and I just think that I do. I don't know. Let's see. Put a block there. Okay. That's how I'll do my water sources down here. Oi! Don't do that. I can hear some monsters roaming around. Wonder if I'll end up getting another world like I got last night when I do the Twitch channel. For anybody who hadn't heard yet, I am bringing back my Twitch channel. Matter of fact, my plan is that if I'm not too tired after this session, I'm gonna do a session on Twitch and see how things go. Well, the problem is, I have to start over. Because I started to do a world last night, but I'm gonna have to do a new one on this machine, because this machine can actually handle multiplayer again. See, I started on one device because I didn't think I was going to be able to do multiplayer on this one. But now, come to find out, I am going to be able to do it on this one, so... I'm going to do it on this one, because this is the one that I'm most comfortable doing worlds on right now. Terraria. Are you talking to me at this point, Nofeek? You still talking to, Zario? Because I have not played Terraria yet. Unfortunately, that's a game that, costs to get, so haven't been able to play it. Hey, there's a guy that I can respect for being respectful of the channel. Thank you very much, my dude. Alright, so now that I've done that, I may very well knock it back out. Alright, so that's going up. This coming down. I'm gonna have to do some kind of markers so that I can actually see where I'm going when I'm down here doing the mining. Huh. Newer day. Cool. Going up. Up. Gotta offload a bunch of stuff. Actually, I should offload it into the storage room in the top of the mining tree. So, I can go take this iron to get it converted to ingots. Whoops. Boop. Ba 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 da bum ba dum ba da bum. Yes, I was humming Mario. I'm having fun. Deal with it. Might bring my iron pickaxe. I have a feeling I'm gonna need it. We're especially gonna need iron pickaxes once we get down to the deep slate zone. Oh, I've still got some jungle wood on me. Huh. I did not realize I had jungle wood on me. Why do I have jungle wood on me? I do not know. All I do know is I need a couple of planks of it right now. Now I need to go grab some kelp because I'm going to make that water flow into water source from the very bottom. Oh. I'll also need some signs. I need some signage. Oh, I don't have any sticks. I wonder how long that's been the case. I hadn't even realized. Whoa! Did not mean to use up that whole stack of planks. Good grief. Huh. Alright, Alright, let's go figure out this water. Hello, hello! Is it... Evie? Evie? How do you want to be addressed? What do you prefer to be called? Please let me know. Oh, we are gonna have water where we don't want it. In the underground. Or not. Oh, that's right, because I had the... Okay, yep. We're safe. Okay, sign there. Sign there. Put sign... I guess the sign's going to give away which ones are meant to go up and which ones are meant to go down. Alright, Davian. You have a good rest of your night. Hey, we got a Rowan. I'm good for right now, but thank you for asking. And I'm afraid I must also say that to you, Evie. Now, let me see here. What am I doing? Putting it there and going up. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to make it all the way to the top without risking drowning. Oh, come on. Can we make it? Can we make it? Yes, we made it. Sweet. Okay, cool. Down we go. Splish. You know, I really wish that ruined nether portals had a chance of spawning with, oh, what is it? Soul sand. Either in the chest or off to the side of the, portal so that you could collect soul sand from them without having to go into the nether, you know? Sometimes it gets a little annoying having to go to the nether to get everything that is nether-based. That's why I'm glad magma blocks can form outside the nether in rare spots. Hey, giving advice to another traveler of the internet. Very generous of you, Zario. Very generous. Hey, Leo! Good to see you, dude! Welcome, my friend. Welcome back to the channel. How you doing? Doing alright? I hope so. Hey, I hope it's not too late for you to be hanging out with us. It's good to see you. But I hope you're not going to make yourself, sick or anything showing up. I mean, I hope it's not, you know, I don't want you to not be getting rest that you need, or anything like that. My channel ain't worth that, my dude. My channel ain't worth getting sick over. Your health must come first. I am going to be so happy when I have soul sand. In fact, I'm half tempted to go to the nether for a brief moment just to get soul sand so I can make these bubble elevators for going up. Going down, I'm okay with them just being chutes with water at the bottom. But coming up, bubble elevators are the best. Whee! Splash! Alright, so first hub is done. I think this one will be part of where we do the underground farming. There's going to be a couple of farms that we're going to make down here for kelp and for lava. Because I need a kelp farm. I don't want to have to go out to the ocean to get kelp all the time. I want to be able to control how my kelp grows and is harvested. And then we got the matter of lava. I gotta get dripstone at some point and set up a lava farm. Because we're going to need that. Lava is going to be so important. I just had another thought. I'm gonna need to get item frames and some kind of bright colored block that I can use as arrows to mark these columns and chutes. I'm glad to hear that, Leo. I'm glad to hear you're doing great. Makes me happy to hear when the people are doing good. Swap out my food types. I can carry more potatoes right now in my hand than I can carry in my bundles. I am doing pretty good, Leo. Thank you for asking. Hey, thanks for the offer, Zario. Thanks for the offer. I may take you up on some of the I may try to get some suggestions from you here and there at some point. Toll! Hello, Toll! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Hope I'm pronouncing that name right. I don't like getting people's names wrong. That's a peeve of mine. When names are said wrong, it tends to grate on the nerves, you know? So I try to avoid saying people's names wrong. If I am saying your name wrong at any point, anybody, let me know. No, I haven't, Zario. Yeah, I thought your name was familiar, Toll. You've been here before, haven't you? Well, welcome back to you. Welcome back to Guardian Studios, my dude. I gotta get this hoe out of my inventory. I just realized it's still there and it's taking up space. Taking up space I need for other bits and bubbles and things. Oh, I was gonna make some item frames. I just remembered. No, I do not, Zario. Unfortunately, I don't. I don't often look into the details as much. Okay, 23 item frames. Now I need something that stands out that can work as an arrow? I mean, I guess jungle planks would work. That or birch. Or sandstone. A bright colored block that can stand out good to show up or down. That's what I need. Oh my gosh, I may have finally found a use for diorite. I'm sorry. A use for diorite just doesn't even... It doesn't even sound right to me. Diorite has always been this thing that I've just despised. I've just always detested diorite because it... If you look at the texture, it looks like... Well... I'm sure you guys can guess. So eventually I think we're going to have the polished diorite blocks on the ones that just lead you back to keep you where you are. Alright, Zario. Hey, you have a good rest of your night, my dude. And thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I really and truly do, my friend. I hope we see you again soon. Alright, I'm going to go down to Y level 16 now. Keep my scaffolding on me in case I need to use it. Ooh, iron! No. Is that a geode? I think we've stumbled upon a geode. Hey! Oh, that is amazing. The geode is good. Hey, I am all for finding a geode. Oh yeah, we found a geode. Oh, that is awesome. The only problem with that is it's right in the middle of everything. Oh no. It is right in the middle of everything. But hey, if we open up a side of the geode's interior, we might be able to get ourselves some amethyst shards without having to dig into the whole geode, you know? Man, I wish you could silk touch the budding amethyst. But to find out we've been sitting on top of a geode all this time, that's actually really cool. Kinda wish that amethysts were a currency in this game. You know, I do often wish that amethysts served as a currency. That way there was more reason to want to collect them. Okay, that was a bright light. I mean, there's already good reason to collect them just for the beautiful musical sound they make, but to have even more reason to collect them would be nice. Have more uses for them would be amazing. That is so cool. Alright, how many did we just get? Almost 2 stacks! Oh my goodness, that is awesome. That is awesome. So this layer, it looks like, is going to be the iron and amethyst collection zone. Ah, there goes my pick again. Alright, copper pick. Oh man. Yeah, this geode put itself right in the middle of everything. It's messing with the layout. so this is the one that will need to go down. Hey, by the way, how long have I been at this? For a little while now. Oh man, I just realized what time it is. Alright, well, we are making good progress on the mine. There is no doubt about that in my mind. So, I think this is where we are. Whoa, we have an Enderman visitor. Hello, Enderman visitor. Well, hopefully he remains neutral. But I think that's going to be where we call this session to a close, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Check out the About page for links to other pages with more content from yours truly, including my Twitch channel. And, of course, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next stream or video. And with that all being said, thank you once again for watching. I am JGardo1, your guide, your bard, your humble host into the world's virtual. And I'll see you all next time right here on Guardian Studios. Oh, right, I don't have that anymore. Bye!